Here's another Minecraft movie Lego set, and this one here is Woodland Mansion Fighting Ring. Set number 21272 contains 491 pieces, and this one retails for $49.99, and set was provided by the Lego Group for the review. Thank you, Lego. And that is essentially what we're going to be building today. Well, let's take a look at this. This will actually show us more what we're doing. It looks like it's just maybe 3 pieces. And in addition to that, there are 5 bags, and there is no brick separator provided with this set. So, and how do I know that? Because I looked in the back, and I didn't see one in here. So that right there is already going to be a nail in the coffin for this one. 5 numbered bags, so that's not too bad. And just by first impressions, this one doesn't look exciting. It looks like your garden variety Minecraft set. And yeah, and it's all packaged in paper bags, so you really can't see exactly what we have in here. So let's begin with bag 1. Let's build it. And before I forget, let's turn on the ring light. Today is the 25th of... I can't remember. I think it's the 25th of February 2025. So I'll try to get these up after the embargo date lifts as soon as possible, so you get to enjoy the festivities. And I started working on the pickup truck building guide. I'm about halfway done. And I had to go to bed last night, so I couldn't finish that up. So hopefully today I can kind of get to it, at least get it done. I got to draft up a parts list and stuff like that. And now we're going to be building Steve here. So, yeah. So I had another complaint about video quality. And yeah, this camera's starting to get a little ratty. I was looking at cameras, and my goodness, the prices on these things. You know, back then, this camera here was like $1,500. And this one here has served its purpose. I'm satisfied with this one. Just the sound quality could be better. And I was looking at some mirrorless DSLR cameras, and basically they are expensive. And there's Steve right there. Okay. And now we're going to be building, I think, part of the... I don't know what we're building. We'll find out what it is. I'll have it indexed. But I thought, well, I really don't want to spend money on a camera right now. I may have to. I gotta finish building my PC and stuff. And yeah, that's not something I really want to get into. But it was like, okay, well, whatever. Yes, this must be the ring here. But yeah, getting all this stuff is getting pricey. Just for YouTube, it's not really worth it. Unless the channel had millions of subscribers, then I definitely would drop it. So the person basically told me to smurf off when I told him, I said, send me the cash, I'll buy a new camera, and I'll give you a shout out in the video. And yeah, so I had to block him because he told me to smurf off, so yeah. Guys and gals, that's the type of stuff I have to deal with on here, and I just don't have time for it. Anyways, though, but I did manage to get the shout-out thing working on here. We'll probably do that a little later in the video. And it took me about maybe 20 minutes. I figured out how to get it to scroll and stuff, so now I can start it here and just scroll the shout-outs down. And I didn't notice, but I looked on my main channel. I had 4 YouTube members. Cool. I got to think of a way to reward them with something. I've been thinking about doing mostly YouTube memberships stuff. Because in a month or two, I'm going to start working on 2026 projects. So, yeah. But I got to think of a way to make it more intriguing to join. And then now we got to do 2 of these. So I'm just trying to think of something that would be very rewarding for my members to join. So what am I going to do? I don't know yet. If I could do parts lists strictly for memberships, I would. And I have a way of doing them. You could download them off the PC, but on a phone, I don't think it's possible, or else I would have it where you can download the info pic of the parts. But I'm going to see if there's a way I can do it. Okay. So you can still do that. And just keep it as a permanent thing on there. We'll see how it goes for memberships. I may do a trial run. So for my 4 members that are on there, you will have access to a parts list. I'm hoping to make it to where you can download it and actually get to be able to build at your leisure. Oh, I forgot to put these on here. But yeah. Not very sturdy, and I forgot to put these white things in here. That's probably why. Whoops. But this set here was something I saw, and I thought, I don't want to build this one. But it's here, so I got to do it today. Not that I want to do it. And why did I accept this? I still don't know. But at least I am trying to get the shout out thing working. I've been thinking about it. I saw another YouTuber do it, and I thought, oh, that might be kind of cool. Can I do it in tutorials? No, unless somebody's willing to sponsor those. But they're filmed months to years in advance. So I can't say, unless I put a date on the videos. I don't know. Boy, that's not really sturdy. Of course, we haven't finished yet. I don't know why I shoved that on there. You're not supposed to do that now, but... So I'm going to try to get this set built today. And once I'm done with this... I've started editing the other one. Okay, now we're supposed to put it together. Well, no, it's fine. It didn't mess up anywhere. Looks more like a boxing ring than anything else here. Not a lot of support under there. I mean, look, you can just... I mean, they could have just put something there. Oh, yeah, they did. The next step is like that. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot better. I wasn't paying attention. You can tell where my head's at today. So, I have some good ideas for some tutorials. And I gotta get some free time. Hold on. Okay, I forgot to put these in here. Boy, I'm really forgetful today, am I? It's not all those years of dyeing my hair, was it? All that bleaching? Is that what's causing the memory loss now? We don't know. Alright, now we stick our turntables in here. It was not really that long of a build there. We only got 5 bags, so hopefully this one will be real quick. But this one here had a lot of medium to large pieces. So it looks like this is the base of the ring, and there's absolutely no pieces remaining. Moving on to bag 2, and this one looks like it's the chicken jockey. Okay, folks, assume we got a lot of medium and small parts. Alright, let's get the belly aching out of the way. So it looks like we're doing a lot of jumping around here. I'm always looking to see if the sets are more of like a group build so we can have fun together. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing here. The chicken jockey. Oh. Yeah, that doesn't look anything like Minecraft I've played before. In fact, I was just tinkering around with Minecraft. They said there was some new stuff, because I always play in the beta development mode, the ones with the new features. Of course, I didn't get into creative mode to see, and there's our kid zombie. Say that to make somebody mad. Trying to... Oh, we got something that's printed. Trying to get a lot of this stuff done, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm getting pooped of sets. That's all I've been putting together, and there's a lot of stuff that I'm building right now that I'd like to dive into. Oh, and today, yeah, today is the 25th of, I don't know what day it is. I think it is the 25th of February, 2025. I think I already mentioned it in the video. White pieces again, huh? Yeah. Here it's talking about making a camper, and it's going to be white, of course, but the campers are usually white. A lot of the campers now are, back in the old days, they were tan and brown. Now they're white, and now they're kind of like a gray and black now. So I'll see what I can do, because I kind of want to build some campers different than I normally would. Oh, these are those nice, we have the two studs here, and the other side is bare. I could use those. And we got one of these to make propane tanks. Alright, and something just popped in my mind for a tutorial. Not related to this, but I thought, well, maybe I should. Yeah, that's where my tutorials come from, is that. Alright. And I'm always looking for these 1x3 jumper plates. They come in handy. And yeah, so maybe we can... So you're going to have to wiggle that in there a bit. So that's how that goes in. And then we put the tiles on the sides. Whoops. You could tell I'm not really in the mood to put this together. It doesn't look too exciting, but I'm gonna do it. I'm not a quitter. I need to clean up out my backyard so we can do some set building out there. I think that'd be kind of cool. And if I do, then we have something to do that's not stuck in the house all day. We can actually go outside and do that kind of thing. I sound tired. I had a long day at work. I'm kind of beat. So now I kind of want to do that. That's not a bad chicken, though. I mean, that looks pretty good for what that is. And then now we're building some kind of a club thing. I don't know what that is. We'll find out eventually. And I like these inverted tiles. So this set's got some in here. Try not to yawn in your ears. That's about how exciting this one here is. That's a lot of medium to small pieces. And mostly vomit colors too. But I can always use sand yellow for all sorts of stuff. I think that's what this is. It's some kind of a club. We got to. Oh, we got to make two of these. Oops, my bad. Well, now we know. I should have read the little call out. That is my mistake. Well, let's do that while it's fresh in my mind. Yeah, I was thinking of some places to go for a trip, and I don't know yet. I kind of just want to go and just relax for the day. But everything that I want to do is just so far from the house, like literally far away. Obviously this goes here. And we're talking far, like the nearest mountain range is like 100 so miles away. So you're talking maybe about a 2-hour drive. The way I drive, probably that, because I'm very careful. And that's something I would just pack up a nice sack lunch. Go to maybe something and go get the meal. Like maybe get some fried chicken or something like that. Pack it in a cooler. Okay, so I'm wondering here, is this a playable game? That'd be kind of cool. So we'll probably do that or something. We don't know. Thunderdome. Okay, and then we got the yellow shaft here. And then we have a dark green one here. So it's supposed to match up with these colors on the thing. So that's even better. And plus they don't fall out, so it's a good little stop. Okay. So I think what this is, I think this is a playable game. So in addition, no brick separator. It may not be a collaborative build, but it's a playable model. We're talking about like game style, but we don't know yet. It's Minecraft. It's a video game. We got to have some gaming with it. If you need some of these 1x2x2 corner bricks in reddish brown, this set's got you covered. And yeah, so these act as stops. Okay, so that's even better. Let's watch some more stealth camping videos the other night. Yeah, those are cool though. I was watching a few of those. Man, I mean, this guy was camping in a bush by a busy intersection. And I was like, that'd be kind of cool, but you know, this guy was doing it by choice, so. And so far, that's where we're at right there. And okay. All right. And I have an Instagram reel done, so that's cool. Oh wow, a 1x12s in sand yellow. That's kind of a odd color there in that piece. So now we have them. These would be great for campers for like pinstriping and stuff. So that right there is a piece that I could use. Okay, I'm getting there. And a bunch of these in brown. I don't have a lot of those. I don't think I have any of those in brown, to be honest. It'd be good for making vehicles. Like a brown vehicle. I've never made brown vehicles before. Just the thought of that brittle brown is kind of scary. I think the most retro color I've ever made in a vehicle was sand green. But I'm hoping to get that red pickup truck building guide done. Speaking of vehicles, I need to get that going quickly just so I can get it off the computer and backed up. And yeah. And I'm hoping you can follow along with these and kind of breezing through it. But yeah, now we're getting some kind of battle arena here going. Okay, we got to rotate it around. So now we're putting in some of these here. They're yellow and or orange and green. So they do it with the little signs, and yeah, if I can pick these up with my lack of fingernails, especially when they're upside down, I can't pick them up. And then we stick them right here. So I guess these are to keep scores, so when you're done you knock them down and whoever loses the most wins. By all means, it's not a video game, but so I can pick them up when they're upside down. Okay, set them like that. And I'm hoping to have this one done here today in terms of filming, because I just want to, like I said, it doesn't look really appealing to me, and here I'm getting Minecraft sets. I don't know exactly what they are. And this one here, I liked old Minecraft sets. They had a lot of basic pieces for the time, and now they got all this custom stuff. This is not even considered that. Something's rubbing. I hope I don't get interrupted today like I did with the last one I did. Every time I turned around, I kept getting bothered. I'm like, can I build this and get it done real quick, you know? These are kind of wobbly here. All right. So it looks like we have the battle arena done. Or the just ring. And that's it for that one. It doesn't tell us to put anything together, so I guess we put it together later. So what I'm telling you is you're supposed to put your figures on here. You're supposed to have them just knock these guys off. We don't know yet. And that's what we have remaining for bag 2. Alright, now we're moving on to bag 3. And I forgot this minifigure. I like the names on the Friends sets because they would give you the names of the Friends dolls inside the booklet where this one doesn't. And we are building the Garrett, I believe. Okay. Oh, I used to get normal caveman minifigures in here. That's what he looks like. First, we got to go through all the big stuff. In fact, I need some of these because I have a few of these are starting to break now. The brittle brown is starting to strike. Probably older sets. So I found the wig. Oh, there's the head. Well, two-sided. Okay. There we go. He's done. Needs a haircut. And now it looks like we're getting into that backdrop tool thing. So let's get going on that. Let's see how far we go. Now, when I do the review on this, I don't know if I'm going to do a full close-up tour. I may. I don't know yet on this one. I have no clue how I'm going to do this one. I don't know how big it is. Now, if it was just this, I would. If it's just that, I would. And I'll slide this off to the side. You know why? Let's give shout-outs to all my channel memberships, supporters, and super things. So right there. Okay, you should be scrolling right there. So I gotta learn how to do this more and more, then I'll get more comfortable with it. It'd be kind of cool. So thank you everyone for supporting my channel and all that stuff. And be a big help for buying more parts for tutorials or taking time off of work and doing the bigger tutorials and mocks for you. And maybe if we get enough supporters, I could start giving away building guides for free instead of charging low prices for them. I don't know yet. So yeah, now I figured out how to do the shout out thing. So I'm proud of myself. Got that working. Okay. And I'm learning. I'm gonna make it, I'm gonna dazzle it up a bit more eventually, but right now, hey, I got it working. And if you're one of those that does not like your name in the shout outs, let me know and I will remove your name from it, and that'll be the end of that. Some people I know put their last names on things. I will abbreviate it, but I will not include the full name. Okay. If you have a YouTube handle you want to be called by, I will do that. Some people do. You know, so if you got a YouTube channel name, there you go. If you want to be advertised, there you go. And you don't have to pay for it. Just the donation, contributing things. Okay, that makes it easier for you. Hey, I'm learning how to do new stuff on here, so pretty soon we will be, well, I will be ready to go here. Like I said, I really appreciate it because maybe we can get some time off here and start doing the really big fun stuff. Or buy a new camera. I don't know yet. And that comes to thinking about that, though. If I use that money to buy new gear, yeah, that's how we got. You'd be like, hey, you guys are the ones that helped me with this. And that's how I would refer to it as. Did I skip a step here? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, well, glad now I didn't put those on. Now we got to put them on there, so I'm just going to do them like this. So now if you do a super things, it'll be like main channel, this channel here, and yeah, so I'm not going to hammer down and tell you have to do it. So that right there would be your thing. Ooh, these come in dark brown. Cool. Great furniture. Maybe we can get enough of these and do something cool with them. I mean, I wouldn't want to tile a floor with that color, but it'd be kind of cool. As far as for parts, Lego supplies a lot of this stuff. And I haven't checked my mail today. I may do it after here. I wonder if they approved my Lego review request. It doesn't mean that they will. They may take them weeks to do it. But if they say, yes, Jay, we're going to send you this set for review, cool. And if they say, no, we're not going to send you that, then I'll let it be known on here. That kind of thing. And I don't know what I did with my phone, so we'll wait until we get this done here. Okay. Round 1x2 bricks. These are always really, or 1x2 plates actually. These are really cool to have. So if you get them, start collecting those up. Keep them in a separate bin because they're very useful. Get that out of the way. That's what we've done so far. I don't know if I'm going to do a close-up. I don't like doing close-ups. I got to have a steady hand. I found out my camera shakes, and there's a gimbal I have to buy to put on the camera to prevent it from shaking. Like a stick, but it's got like a spring under, so you don't get that sharp jittery effect on there. I may get one of those. This YouTuber I watched, he had a lot of this. He has all his gear he uses posted and what he uses to make his videos. And yeah, including the very expensive camcorders that were, or the DSL cameras that are thousands of dollars. I'm not willing to drop that kind of money in on it. I may if this one breaks, but I was like, oh, some of this equipment I could use. Like he's got drones. I don't want a drone. I mean, what am I going to do? Fly overhead to see the Lego build? And out here, you have to have a permit for a drone, unless you're in a residential. Out here where I'm at, this is commercial. You got to have a permit for a drone, and I prefer not to get a permit for it, so I don't want to mess with that. It's just one more added expense that I don't really need. And out here, there's nothing really to film. That kind of thing. So I'm going to look for more stuff for handheld in here. The camera that I want to get, I want it to be a handheld camera. The 4K camera would be good for doing the bigger sets, but for tutorials, a handheld would be fine. Oh, there it is. And yeah, so I'm going to see if I can find a good deal on one. I don't want to buy a used camera because I keep this stuff and I use, like this camera I'm using, I've had it since 2009, 2010. So it's lasted for 15 years. And yeah, and the audio is on the iPhone because the microphones on this are kind of scratchy, so you don't really hear you're not hearing the audio from the camera. And the cameras that I'm looking at have external microphones. That means I can wear a clip and attach the microphone to my shirt or something close by, and then you won't hear the stuff from the cameras. So like I said, though, this stuff's expensive, so I'm going to slowly start piecing together preferables and stuff for everything. Okay, and we got to put these clips on the front here. So I'm just trying to think, do I want to use the supporters earnings for that? I don't know. For just that, I'd rather use that money for time off so I could really get in and start building the bigger mocks. I haven't figured it out yet. If anybody can help me out with that, I'd be appreciative how I would do it. You know, to do that. So there's ways here. But I need to get going on all the fun tutorials. The set reviews, these are just, I copy the book, I build, and that's essentially the end of the day. And I don't get to explore my own imagination. And this barely fits in there. Like, these fall out. Lego, did we do something wrong? Well, this one snapped right on in. But it's kind of just barely tacked in there. Huh. Alright, and then we have a iron axe. Put that in there. And then we got the treasure chest full of loot. So what do we got in there? Let's put the lid on it first. Like the instructions say. I don't want to be sloppy. More like a trunk than a chest. So we have 2 golden ingots, which is cool. So we'll set those in there. I may have to do a close-up on this after all. And then we throw 2 diamonds in there, because we can always use those. Okay. Not really much of a reward, and this sits in here. At least the chest has access to open this up. Okay. So from what I can tell so far, bags 1 and 2 does this, which is fine, and then bag 3 does the section. But I can tell you right now we're going to be building onto this. And that's what we have remaining for bag 3, and it looks like this might be a collaborative build. I'm not quite sure. Okay, now we're going to move on to bag 4. And we got another minifigure to build. Somebody with broccoli hair. And that will be Henry, this guy right here. Nothing wrong with broccoli hair or anything like that. And honestly, though, you know how the guys get the perms? If I was in my teens or early 20s, I'd probably do the same thing too. But, well, now I'm an older gentleman, and yeah, that stuff, I mean, it's cool looking. I know some people don't like it. Hey, the 1970s are back, I guess. Little before my time. I was born in the 70s, doesn't mean I remember them. Okay. And then now we're putting together Henry. Okay, before I do anything silly, we got to find the thing. I found it could be an enchanted axe, probably a diamond axe. Good one to enchant a wooden axe. Okay, so Henry, we got to find your satchel or your bag. Well, I found your head. Found your hair, your broccoli. Well, maybe it's not broccoli. I think it's just curly. A fro. Well, I found another one of these axes here. But I cannot find it. Is it dark brown? Am I not looking hard enough here? No, but we get these in dark brown. Okay, well, we got those. Oh, wow. So we have another right sword. Man, we're rocking here, huh? We're really going to be creaming the mobs with this pack. Well, first I got to find... okay, we got one of these. Oh, there we are. Okay, and it shows you to lift up his hand first, then drop this down. Like that. If you don't believe me, it does show you that. He's waving at us before he put his head on. And that's my facial expression when I see a set that I don't really care much for, like, at least we got some flesh tone figures here. Come on, get your weave on. If I can even get that on there. In fact, we have a neighbor kid that lives down the street. His hair is just like that. It's really poofy. Gets the perm to keep it like that, and I'm like, oh man. I can't condemn him because I'd probably do the same thing. Of course, it was all curtains back then. Now it's everything now. Okay, so it looks like now we're building some kind of a weapon stand. So let's keep the weapon out of it. The instrument stand. Okay. I'm going to find the parts eventually here. This bag's got a lot of little parts. So if we're not building onto this here, then that's fine. I'm just hoping this is a collaborative build. I really am shooting for that just because... Why am I putting it like that there? Just because this would be something fun you can share with your children. Because I do get questions asked. You know, Jay, do you have any sets that you would recommend for me and my kids to build? And I'm like, well, here's some right here. Check the description, it'll tell you. I put it on this channel too to see, you know, because some people want to know, is it a collaborative build? Can you build with a group? Or is it a solo build? Solo builds are, you know, I've seen some sets that only have 70 pieces, and then they're completely isolated, so you can build with a partner. And then you get some that are, you know, more like this. They have almost 500, and it looks like they're just really not. It's hard to say though how this is put together. Lego, you don't make a 1x1 palisade brick? Really? I was hoping you'd make something, but no. You know what I'm craving for right now? It just kind of popped in my mind. Is pan trout. Oh, that sounds good. Put on the barbecue. Except last night we had some kind of gulag or whatever it was. I don't know what the color and texture just did not look good at all. But I wasn't gonna say anything, but I thought, so I just shut my mouth and ate it. And today I came home a little early after a meeting, and I gotta think of something else to do in terms of meals. So this would be a nice little display case here. Yeah, I got a new camper I want to build. I want to start on it, so I'm going to start working on the prototypes, the concepts of it, just to see if it's something that can be built, and if it can, then I can go in and start actually building a physical model of it. So there you go. It's a weapons display. Okay. Now this can be put in afterwards, so it wouldn't really matter. That looks pretty cool so far. Now we're back on to the main piece here. And yeah, so I'm glad to hear though, most of you, like 99.9% of you, prefer the storytellings and stuff, because it makes these things feel not so formal. You know? No, I don't want to keep these videos too formal. So we got some potion bottles. Gotta make 2 of these. Now, if this was in 4K, you could think you can use your fingers. If you're watching on a mobile device, you can actually zoom in on the portion of the build. Or if it's in 1080, it's okay. If I'm just recording these in 480, it would not be, oh, that goes like that. It would not be the same. So what they do here, they use some minifigure heads, some of these little 1x1 plates with a little stick and a stud to complete the build. Okay. So I don't know which potions do what. Okay. Let's Steve's got a long ways to go, doesn't he? The building guide, it only comes with one guide, too. And yes, my voice is starting to crack. I've been battling a little bit of allergies, so that's probably why. Oh, Henry, you got to sit over there. We got Henry, Garrett, and then a bunch of other things. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot to read the disclaimers. These are not professional product reviews. This is not a tutorial. This is just merely my notes for the review. But I try to make these to where you can still follow along and troubleshoot if need be. But these builds are pretty much straightforward. There's nothing really special about them. It's just, let's build it, which is the slogan of this channel. Let's build it. And that's it. And yeah, we're really doing a bunch of duplicate stuff here, are we? There's a lot of little pieces in bag 4. I don't need those big ones. My hands, my fingertips are so rough. In addition to painting, I replaced all the switches in the house with smart switches, so now I can control the lights from an iPad. More handicap accessible now. You know, especially when you go to bed and you forget to turn off the light. And I'm like, keep the iPad or the iPhone by your bed, and then if you forget, just get on there and turn it off. So that's kind of what I've been doing. You know, I like doing electrical work. I mean, I'm an electrician and all, so I can do that. I don't have to hire anybody to do that work. Of course, you can just pick up a book on electrical, as long as you keep up with the NEC codes, you know, the NEC standards and your local building codes. It's not hard. You can do the electrical yourself. Just make sure everything's grounded and secured and all that stuff. No more than 10 devices, well, maximum of 12 devices on a breaker, that kind of thing. I had to go and renew my license for that stuff earlier in the year. Keep up with that. So yeah, I still have to do that too. And yeah. And I will be right back. Okay, sorry about that. And now we put these here. Now this dark brown is kind of a handy color to have. Just need to get more of it. Okay, we got to make 2 of these. I'm trying to divide out parts right now. There's just a lot of parts in this one here, and yeah, these sand yellow pieces will be really handy for making camping stuff. So yeah, so what I'll do here, if the shout-outs, if people like them, I could still do them on tutorials. I got to thinking, if I did the shout-outs on tutorials, how would I do them? I mean, how would I go about putting that together? Maybe at the end of the video, because at the middle of the video would be kind of too much. I'll put them at the end of the video. Just have the credits scrolling up. And if I do that, that would probably suffice. But how do we know what day that these shout-outs were? I would just put the date or the month and the year, like February 2025, something like that, you know, that might work. I try to think of something that's fair. So even if I release a video 2 years later, you can say, oh, okay, I remember I did that at that time. You know, that kind of thing. It'd be kind of cool. So I don't have to worry about that. I got to think of something that's fair. This looks like we're building some kind of an announcer's booth or something. It's outfitted with studs at the bottom with stairs. I'm assuming that's what that is. Where the, not the spectator, but the judge is. And yeah. So, I mean, I got to make this channel tailor more for users than just I sit here and build. So I think for the tutorials, I'll kind of tinker with one of them. I got a couple of tutorials that I may want to try it out with. It may expand the video for maybe another 10-15 seconds. But that might be the best way of doing it, and the more donors I get, the longer it will take in terms of length. We don't know yet. And then this goes right here. Like I said, I'm trying to think of new ways to do things here. Alrighty, so make sure that's really pressed in. This door frame is just barely tacked in there. Be very careful. Looks like we're in there pretty good. Yeah, pan trout does so good. Alright, sorry about that. I got interrupted again. It doesn't matter how much I hide. They find me. So I'm taking it the potions do remove and stuff like that. And yeah, I don't, somebody had noticed, so you don't get a lot of free time doing this stuff anymore. No, I don't. That's why you notice I don't do a lot of the big builds anymore. The land is keeping me pretty occupied, but I got a lot of parts. At least, you know, but there's a trade-off. I have to do the reviews. It's not like I have all this other stuff here. Now, when I do the tour, if this was sitting on the table, I could bring it up like this and put it back in the background. So I'm thinking of maybe we could do that. I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet. Okay. So bag 4 is pretty long, actually. Yeah. Who's all ready for summer? I was talking about that on my group, and oh, you're already thinking about vacation already for the summertime? I'm like, dude, yeah. I've just started work. I don't want to think about work all the time. Boy, that doesn't want to go together. If we pinch it up there. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put that in there. You know what I'm going to do? Just break it a little bit and wiggle it in. Whoops, my bad. I knew I forgot something when that didn't go together very well. That's my fault. I forgot that. Okay. Just can't get it in, just wiggle it in. I had somebody said I can't get my stuff to fit in my set. I said, you're going to need to just take it and wiggle it in. Just, you put something, just kind of wiggle it all around, and sometimes it'll fit right in. He comments back later and says, oh, thank you, that worked. I'm like, yeah, just wiggle it. If it doesn't fit, wiggle it. And if you still can't wiggle it in, you probably built it wrong. Okay, so this one's got a lot of torches on it, apparently. Yeah, so at least one thing, though. I'm getting these sets done. I'm going to get these up lickety-split. I'm still working on the stuff that LEGO sent me in December. They sent me a bunch of stuff, so I still got to get it done. And yeah, that's the last torch there. And pretty much that's what we've done there for bag 4. That's not too bad. And this is what we have remaining. All right, finally we have bag 5, and we're going to see what we have in here now. obviously it's just we haven't done the king. What is it? The king hog yet? So this could be that, and that's exactly what bag 5 is. So I say bags 1 and 2 does that, bags 3 and 4 does this, and bag 5 will do this. I'm going to say 3 people could build this, which is cool. We would never have known that. Ooh, I see some pieces of interest. These right here, transparent dark pink or magenta. Yeah, plates, we can always use those. Is that what his name is? The King Hog? Great Hog. Okay, now we can index that right. Okay. And now, let's get going on this ugly thing. Well, at least we get some medium nougat in here. That's cool. So we get some of that. I can always use medium nougat parts. And let's see here. I'm just hoping to get this set done here and get it out of the way, because I got to take a car down to have the emissions checked. Not mine, it's a newer car, so hopefully I'll get in and out of there in probably 30 minutes. If you have an older car that just probably back from the mid to late 70s up to the early 90s, they still got to do emissions on it, but it takes them like an hour to do it, which is like another way for the state to take money from us. I remember when I was getting my car smogged, the state charges for phone calls. Oh, a phone call, we charge for that. Really? I can make the phone call on my cell phone. So that's how they do it here. I don't know, it's a money grab. Well, we get some of these 2x3 plates in nougat, so that'd be cool because we could use that for making furniture and stuff. So that's good, or campers or anything else that's kind of interesting. So the only thing I noticed that these sets don't have, which I don't think I've ever seen a Minecraft set ever have them, is stickers. So there's no stickers to fuss with, which is even better. And pretty much that's always a good thing. The Great Hog. All right. Yeah, I'm trying to... We got plenty of teeth that are gold. We got a lot of gold pieces. This starts... Okay, I'm having a hard time finding one by one, so let's start sorting everything. And yeah, this has got a lot. We started off with big pieces in the build, and now we're just doing nothing but just ridiculously small stuff right now. So if you're like me and you don't like small parts like this, you just have to grin and bear it. I'm starting to sort by color right now. I'm looking for one by one, so there's one. I needed those in that color for a tutorial a long time ago and never had them. Had to use black. Well, now there they are. Revision time. All right. Okay. Hoping you see everything that I see, and I see everything you see. Okay. And then we got to put this thing in here, if I can find it. Well, we got to put the chain in there. Now, it doesn't matter how you put your chains on, but what I'm going to do is, this little thing, it looks like a padlock. I'm going to have it facing down. See how it's tangled there? Now let's take that off and loosen it up a little bit. And then this one I'm going to make sure it's sitting straight down too, and that's how it's supposed to be because the book shows it just like that. Isn't that cool? Yeah. And we got to put that other thing on here too. So this is obviously the torso. And Yeah, lots of little parts now, so we're going to be piecing this baby together. Like that. This will be the belt. And I got to fix something here in a second. Okay, now we're doing the head. So the first part is the Great Hog torso. Now we're doing the Great Hog head. And that means they're not really exciting colors to work with, to be honest with you. Oh, I did have somebody said, why do I complain about the scratch parts in a set? These are just for little kids. Why do I complain about them? You know. And, you know, here's the deal. You know, yeah, that's true. But are you that type of person that would go to a car lot? Let's say you're buying a McLaren, some expensive sports car, and they try to sell you one that's all scratched and beat up and tell you, well, it doesn't really matter. You're going to probably drive it off-roading and wreck it and stuff, so why would we want to sell you a nice painted one? I'd be really seriously thinking about, is that what you want to deal with? You know, and yes, that's comparing apples and oranges, but think about it. Lego's expensive. Do you want to get scratched up parts? Some people do. I mean, I don't know. And not me. I don't want scratched up parts. Let's go over here. Hey, I'm sorting things out now so I can find the right pieces here. Yeah. But some people, they don't want to they don't want to hear me complain. That's fine, but you know, that's the point about doing brute honest reviews. A lot of YouTubers script these, and I don't script my videos. Okay, I see what's going in there. I don't see the need to do that. The only thing scripted is the build that I'm working on. After that, then yeah. So we got two tiles here that are printed. Looks like these are possibly eyes, so we got to be very careful here. There's the other one. And they got to be pointed inwards like that. Okay. Well, we're getting somewhere. Looks like we're building probably the lower jaw. These are kind of cool. I don't know what I'd use them for, but they're cool looking. Jay, you like your eyeball in the set for parts. Yeah, where do you think these sets go after I'm done with them? I put them in the parts bin, and I found out after the sets have been released, I can just give these things away if I want to. After they've been released to the public. So I may give some of these away to maybe a children's hospital or something if they're interested. Because I got too much Lego, guys and gals. Or just give them the parts that I don't want. Which I usually just go after the basic bricks, plates, slopes, tiles, that kind of thing. I don't know. But I maybe that one point one day I may need that piece. So it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. So that's how it goes like that. So now we know which way the head goes. That's kind of ugly, isn't it? Huh? Oh yeah. And then now we put these on the sides here. like that. Probably the ears or something, we don't know. All right, and yeah, I kind of get tired of working on small stuff after a while. It does take a little out on me. Kind of I want to go out and do something, not do this ugly thing, but yeah. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. And now we install the head on here. Okay. Like that. Yeah, that's not really pretty. And then now we're doing the, looks like the lower extremities, maybe the torso or the pelvic bone, I don't know. Till I don't really care. Alrighty. And all right. Gotta put this in here. At least it's a functioning figure. So I think I'm going to have to do a close-up shot on this one. There's just too much. I'll see, and when we set it up, we'll have to make that determination. I don't really know right now. I can't really say because I'm not done with the build yet. And I'm going to be honest with you right now. I've lost interest in this set. It's just kind of... Minecraft sets, when they first came out, were so fun to put together. Now they're just the same old thing. It's like, oh... It's not like the Friends sets are like, oh, let's see what kind of new accessories we get today. This one here is just kind of more or less hideous. And I think that's his legs. At least they move. I think that's what those are. Okay. Maybe these are legs. We don't know. Yeah, they're mirrors. Let's just do it. So the one closest to me is the one from the book. The other one will be its reflection. So we'll put this one over here. And then we'll start with that. Okay. You don't have to do that. I do it like this just to speed up the build a bit more, so I'm not spending all day putting together limbs. All right. So far these are pretty much the same at this point. Too many parts. And we have gray here. You know what? Did I make a mistake? All right, hold the phone. Maybe these are different because I do not have any more gray plates. Okay, these are different, so no, they're not mirrored. So let's take this one apart here. This is not, they might be different colors. At this point, I don't want to risk messing up, so they're separate at this point. So this one's got the gray stuff in it. I was hoping that it would be something we can whip through. No, they want us to really suffer through this build today when this doesn't go on there. Yeah, summer's around the corner. This weekend it's going to get up in the 80s. And it's going to get pretty toasty. I'm going to fire up the air, but I got to go up there and clean that condensation drain so it could drain in the sink. That's how it's supposed to be, and well, I never got around to it. I got to do it before it gets too hot. And yeah, sure, is that supposed to be blood or something? I have no clue what that pink stuff is. Maybe it's slime or something. We don't know. or nail polish. Yeah, this is not a fun one to put together today. Some people want me to be all, oh, this was the most fun set I've ever put together. This one here is not fun at all. Kind of boring. So when I do the review, yes, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to be like, hey, I was just not interested in this build. It's interesting, but it's not interesting to build. All right, I'm hoping I'm showing everything. I'm working right here, which means you can barely see what I'm doing. Sometimes I get a little sloppy like that. You just take what you get. So these are his hands. I thought these were his feet. Okay, so his arms. So those are arms we're working on. See, I didn't know that. Now I do know that. And yay for me. Alright, I get to do this one now. How bad is this one going to be here? Like this is meant to, oh, we got to put some fingers on it now. We're really going to drag this one out. I got some fun builds coming up, guys and gals. So you look at all my builds, I try to put a lot of color in them, unless it's a small piece of furniture or something, but I like to make my stuff very colorful. Just because I know one of you had mentioned you're an adult too and you like the bright colorful stuff. So do I. Because I mean, it just, you know, I'm tired of muted colors. Campgrounds, yes, I try to keep them realistic, but I always like to have my campers with some color in them. And looks like we got one of each piece. I think we got all that done there, and that's it. There we go. So that's the Great Hog. Yeah, that's kind of ugly, huh? And that is it. And now we got to put it all of that together. And this is what we have remaining for bag 5 in the build. Let's set up here. You know what, at least one thing, we're not doing 2 or 3 build installments on these. These are just meant to get done in one sitting and you're done. And we're going to do it on the turntable. If it was just one item, I wouldn't care. But when usually it's a theme, boy, just like with everything else I have, it's falling apart. This thing here really is kind of... let me make sure here. Sometimes these things get out of alignment and I'm kind of stuck with it, and you just have to peek in there, and if you look inside there you can see it's just resting on some little bumper things. It's nothing fancy, but I do need to take it apart and put some lithium grease in there and re-lube. I think that would be fine. As a matter of fact, I have a little free time, I may put those cleats on the bottom of this. So I'm guessing that we're going to have to do a close-up shot on this. But it looks like we have ourselves a game here. So this is basically not just a set that we build, but it's also a game that we can play with. Let's see, let's back this up and we'll get ready to go here. And Lego in its tall verticalness here, these sets get so big sometimes I got to back the camera up. And that professional camcorder, I can only go up to 3 feet, and then after that it gets blurry, so I have to keep it at least 3 feet away. But with 4K though, I can zoom up and all that stuff. So if you don't like this part of the video, somebody had told me to edit these out. I could, but I spend so much time on the computer as is for a day job. I try to eliminate or limit on how much I'm actually spending on the machine. So if that means editing videos, I can think of other things to do other than sitting and editing videos all day. So that's why you see all the bouncing around. A lot of the younger kids, they're used to, why did I hit exposure? They're used to that. Let me go up one notch there. Okay, and that's it. So I think it will warrant a close-up of this. Not something I want to do, but I'll just get the belly aching done. He doesn't stand up very well, does he? He's very top-heavy. Not a whole lot holding him down there. And then you're supposed to have these guys battle. But what we're going to do here is we're just going to put it all together and then just kind of enjoy it, I guess. So I'm just, boy, this stuff's kind of weak. So I think what you're supposed to do is stick these on here and just give them weapons and stuff. See, everything's top heavy. I don't think this was planned out at all. I think they just kind of built this and said, oh, you know, I have to do it like that because it doesn't stand up very well. Barely. Yeah. I mean, we're almost done. You got to do the review after this, but Henry with the broccoli must be his vegetable of choice. Nothing wrong with broccoli though, or the haircut. And that's essentially what this is here. And it's not, I'm not going to say it's just a display piece or just an accessory set. This is also a game too. And basically you put them on there with the things and you're supposed to knock each person off this. It's kind of crude. You just do this and yeah, I mean, that's pretty much what it is. We'll save that for the tour. But all in all, it was okay, excuse me. It wasn't too exciting to build. It was just your typical Minecraft. I'm just seeing if I can get a little closer here with it. Yeah, because I could bring this stuff up close, but let's just do a close-up of everything. I think that'd be a lot better. And yeah, let's get on with the formal review. Let's start with play value, and as you saw with the tour, this is a fully playable model. In addition, it is also a game, so we have a full functioning ring here, which is cool. In addition to the accessories and the Great Hog. So there's a lot of stuff going on here. Build quality seems okay. The ring seems like it's pretty sturdy, but this right here, I don't know, it didn't come apart, but it just seems kind of bare minimum here. So build quality just seems like your average typical Minecraft set. It doesn't seem like anything special. But the brick built figures, like, you know, he's kind of top heavy, as well as the chicken jockey. It's just like I said, just an average Minecraft build. My build experience was anything but fun. This set was more or less kind of boring to put together. It just wasn't appealing to me. I think it might have been the colors, but honestly, I could have spent my time doing something else. But I'm sure for somebody who's into the Minecraft movie, this will be fun, especially with the game. But for me, this set just did not cut it. I just wasn't too pleased with the build experience. But it can be built by up to 3 people. So one person can build the arena, the second person can build this backdrop, and the third person can build the Great Hog. And it's not quite a balanced build, but it is possible up to 3 people, or one person can build this and the other person can build this. So what is it? Bags 1 and 2 does the ring, bags 3 and 4 does the backdrop, and bag 5 does the Great Hog. And yeah, it's possible. So this could be a nice group collaborative build in addition to the game with it. So that's even better. Now, if you're into making custom Minecraft themes, the ring can be placed right into a theme. This back piece, not so much, because it's kind of been sliced off in the back, so you really can't do anything with this. But for the most part, it is possible. Just with a few modifications, you can close this up in the back. You could put this in your Minecraft theme. It would look really good. So my final score in the set is going to be a 9 out of 10. Part of it is the Brick Separator, and the other part of it, it just seems like the build quality is at a bare minimum on this one. But at least it is a playable model, and it is a group build, and that's what I'm basing the score off of. And in addition, it's got the game. I've mentioned that a few times. But it's a nice set nonetheless. If you're into the Lego Movie, this is a winner. But for me, this set just did not cut it. But tell me what you think.